So, Mr. Charles Matthew, you are getting the information and the wisdom that you have out to help people have a better quality of life. And you have determined that the best place to start is teaching about the inner core.
Yes.
In a real short overview, what is the inner core and how will this help the participants in the class have a better quality of life and help their clients have a better quality of life?
The inner core is something that I started working with in 1985. I picture it as a column of light that's invisible, and it goes from the tailbone to the pineal to the tailbone, and it's in front of the spine about a half inch or a centimeter. Okay? And it's from here that we have an infinite source of self-healing, an infinite source of knowledge, where we can heal ourselves by sending energy to ourselves from the inner core. And I found that it's much easier for change work, transformational work to happen and to be long lasting, much easier, and more from the standpoint of the client to be able to work on themselves, to be able to do their own healing work on themselves. If you hear about it, it could work. If you see it in front of you and that it happens, it must be for real. However, if you feel it and you really feel the energy of the inner core within yourself, hey, this is something I can do. I'm interested.
By the end of the course, clients will be able to do what?
Clients will be able to have the opportunity to bring calm, energy, meaning getting rid of the stress, themselves in many cases, and do it fairly quickly. They'll be able to know that there's the probability that their dream of freedom of movement or more knowingness or whatever their desired choices may be is possible because they've experienced it already. You can also connect with your inner core, with another person's inner core through a technique that I teach in a class. I call it Heart Path, and develop very deep rapport with your client very quickly.
We know you work with crystals quite a bit.
Yes.
Are the participants going to be able to have an opportunity to experience any of these crystals for themselves?
Not only will they be able to experience the crystals for themselves, but I'm going to send to them several of these rare earth minerals so that they can experience, along with directions how to work with them, because these are going to be very, very tiny yet very, very powerful. And if they want to have an experience with them before the course starts, or maybe with the second course, everybody will have it. I as much as practically possible, I would like people to have an experience themselves and be able to know that they had that experience well enough to talk about it. And even if they wanted to, at the Q&A, talk about their experience in 25 words or less. How's that?
That sounds like an amazing value to be able to learn about the inner core and work with it enough and have experiences with these.
Have self-experiences, yes.
With these, as you called, rare earth minerals.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be touching enough on them during this course, but you will have a deep dive later on. Is that correct?
Oh, absolutely. We're going to go. This is just the start. And it's the start because it's a different way of working with crystals. And the word crystal is used loosely because many people say it's a crystal if it's any kind of rock. However, the quartz crystal is a definite mineral. It's differentiated from all the other minerals or rocks by its crystalline structure, and which differentiates a lot of the minerals. And there's a whole category that I've explored and worked with ever since the 80s. They're very, very tiny, very, very, very tiny, and yet they bring a real powerful addition to a person with choosing to work with themselves from an energetic point of view, which is my interest. And it's very much like a computer chip. A computer chip is made up of quartz crystals that are crushed, and then the periodic tables type elements are added to the crushed quartz crystal, and it's regrown as a stalactite in a very high temperature and high pressure vacuum. And that's how the main electrical component of computers are put together. And the circuitry is then added, like you would work with negatives of a photograph and black and white type photograph. And so there's more to the term rare earth mineral, and you get to experience yourself for yourself.
Anything else that you would want to share with potential participants of this first class?
Let's do it.